Capricorn, the message being shared with you this week from Spirit is the Five of Knives. So, this is a week that you want to be careful with what you say. You want to make sure that you're speaking the truth. You want to make sure that you're not participating in gossip. Whatever you say about someone else may be used against you. You also want to make sure that you're paying close attention to what others say about others, because what they say about others to you, they may say about you in the presence of others. So be careful of gossipers, or be aware of gossipers this week. I'm also getting that this is a week for you to pray for protection and make sure that you're covered, and ask God to protect you from enemies that are known and unknown, because there may be individuals who are talking negatively about you. This can be a week where conflict is resolved, but it also can be a week where enemies are exposed. So pay close attention so that you know the difference. I am also getting that it's super important to be mindful of your intention and ask yourself regularly this week, what is my intention, or what was I intending when I did XYZ? Spirit is saying you are going to be held accountable for your behavior this week very quickly. So, again, be mindful of what it is you do and what it is you say. Virgo, the message being shared with you from Spirit is the 10 of Coins. The message that I'm getting is that this is a wonderful week for you to make decisions that will establish legacy and or increase your future wealth, and or establish some level of inheritance. Relationships and partnerships that are established this week could have really, really good luck. I'm also seeing that there could be some type of family gathering, or that family gatherings this week could have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy and great outcomes. This week is a good week to play the lottery or to play games of chance, because there is the possibility of experiencing windfalls. I'm also seeing this is a good week to put family traditions into practice. So if you have any family traditions that you have yet to do for the New Year's, this is a good time to complete those specific traditions and get them done. Lastly, I keep hearing the song, It's a Family Affair. So I really would encourage my Virgos to really do what they can to improve family relations, family environment, their situations, relationships with family members. It feels like all things dealing with family have success this week for the Virgo. Taurus, the message being shared with you from Spirit this week is the Six of Knives. You are being encouraged to leave behind all the things that no longer serve you, whatever it is that's holding you down, holding you back, holding you up, keeping you away from reaching your goals and obtaining the things that you desire most. Spirit is saying now is the time for you to let this go, not tomorrow, but right now. You're being encouraged to leave behind limited and restrictive thinking and practices, as well as habits, so that you can grow, expand, and evolve in ways that you've only dreamed of. Some Tauruses may experience energy similar to going through a rites of passage. You may be ending or entering some kind of cycle during this week. And so you're being encouraged to surrender a old version of yourself for a new version that you will be stepping into. Also, some Tauruses may be venturing into new spaces and new places, experiencing new things, new people, and new environments. So, Spirit is saying to be sensitive, gentle, and compassionate with yourself as you navigate these new places, spaces, people, and things. This is a new phase, and with new phases comes trials and error. So, be open to those things occurring, and knowing that they will to pass. Lastly, some Tauruses may experience extreme relief and finally be able to accept change that they have had trouble with accepting in the past. Aquarius, the message being shared with you this week comes from the Ace of Coins. The energy that I'm getting for you this week is that this is a money, 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 money week. So there are going to be opportunities for money that may present themselves. It may be possible partnerships and collaborations that are presented to you. You may receive a promotion, a raise, a increase, a bonus. You may receive money that you lent. You may see return to you this week. You may experience luck as it relates to money. So participating in games of chance or gains where luck is required could have beneficial or good outcomes this week. I'm also receiving the energy of receiving your portion or finally getting your just due or getting the result of something you've prayed for or seeing something manifest that you've asked for, longed for, desired a long time for, seeing the first stage of that present itself. Okay. So there's an energy here of opening yourself to receiving something good. Libra, your message this week is Dr. Buzzard, and Dr. Buzzard is all about karma and justice. So you are going to get justice. Karma is going to work in your favor. Legal documentations or legal affairs will work favorably for you this week. We're also getting anything that requires you signing on a dotted line will work for your favor. Anybody who has done you wrong may see themselves experience karma or experience justice for the wrongdoings that they have caused you. Libra, you're also being encouraged to do what is right. So even if someone has done you wrong, you are being encouraged to take the high road because it looks like karma is going to take care of that person and karma is going to take care of them swiftly. Okay. I'm also receiving that you may need to use spiritual tools to get revenge, but I would say take your time with doing that because, again, it feels like the universe got it all taken care of. Lastly, I am receiving a message that Libras is super important for you to take responsibility for what you can control and what you can take responsibility for. And again, trying to establish the high road versus taking the low road. So if someone has gone low, don't go low with them, go high because it looks like the universe is going to make sure that the garbage is taken out. Gemini, the message being shared with you from spirits is the Three of Coins. It is time for you to work. It is time for you to strengthen your skills, strengthen your talents, strengthen your expertise so that you can get paid a proper and fair wage for your services. You're also being encouraged to get a teacher if necessary. So if you need a teacher or someone to coach you so that you could reach the next level, Spirit is saying that now is the time to invest in that. So stop delaying, press the button and take action. Get the teachers you need, take the classes you need, look for the certifications you need in order to establish and reach the goals you desire. You're also being encouraged to pay close attention to your intuition and to pay close attention to the vision that God has given you. So if there is divine inspiration, an idea that God has put in you, a dream that God has placed in you, Spirit saying to now is the time for you to begin to contemplate the ways in which you could bring that vision, that dream into manifestation because it is possible. Lastly, Spirit is saying to use your intuition to read situations, read people, read conflict and circumstances so that you can know the best course of action to take, to be detail oriented as best as you can this week. Make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's, and to make sure that you pay close attention to your instincts and your intuition. If it is nudging you that something just isn't right, do not ignore that nudging or that push. Okay, pay close attention to the spiritual subtle pushes and nudges because they are trying to share real information with you, and only you can tap in and receive that information for yourself. No one can give that information to you. Pisces, your message from Spirit this week is the 10 of Knives. The message I am getting from Spirit is that it's super important for you to manage your energy responsibly this week, to make sure that you do not burn yourself out, to make sure that you get enough rest and understand that rest is part of productivity. I'm also receiving that you may experience mental fatigue. You may experience being mentally overwhelmed or mentally exhausted. So make sure you're taking time to dump information or doing dump type of exercises where you just pour out and write down and write out everything that's in your mind. So journaling can be a really good activity for you this week. I'm also receiving that it's super important for you to pay close attention to what is being shared to you via downloads this week. So if you are feeling divine inspiration or you're getting ideas and information from a source that you believe is not necessarily you, you're being encouraged to listen a little closely to those things and to make note of those ideas and inspirations that are occurring now. I'm also receiving that it's super important to use your discernment this week, to take your time with making decisions. Do not rush to jump into any type of arrangements or partnerships or agreements, and also to pay close attention to your energy levels. Make sure that you manage fatigue this week. Make sure that you get enough rest. Make sure that you prioritize your self care mentally this week. Scorpio, the message being shared with you from Spirit is the Two of Baskets. This card is inspiring the idea of harmony and serious commitments being presented possibly this week. I'm also getting that the masculine and feminine will be integrating themselves or harmonizing themselves within in some way. So managing your masculine and feminine energy may be highlighted this week. I am also seeing that you may experience improved communications this week, and reciprocity becomes even more important. So you may experience themes or conflict or interactions that highlight the exchange, the give and take, the balance existing in your current relationships. Pay close attention to ideas and information, advice from others that will bring greater balance or harmony to your life. Cancer, the message coming from Spirit this week is the big house. You are being encouraged to make necessary changes. If you do not make the changes you know you need to make, God and the universe will put obstacles, challenges in your way, so you have no choice but to make those changes. It may feel like you're experiencing disaster right now, but this disaster is trying to help you recreate something better in your life, something that is more honest, more pure, more truthful. I'm also receiving that some people can experience encounters with the law, with cops, with prison. So be careful this week if you do illegal things, or if you are around people that are doing things are illegal. This week is not the week for you to participate in those types of affairs and activities. I warn you this week, stay away from doing things that you know can get you locked up. Justice and karma will be swift. I'm also receiving that many cancers may experience sudden change this week. Everything that they have known may be destroyed, ripped apart, torn down. In order for something new to be created, they will have to pick up the pieces and figure things out, possibly on their own. So it's super important for cancers to tap into all their resources now to make sure that they have the support they need should things begin to fall apart. Sagittarius, the card being shared with you from Spirit this week is the Five of Baskets. If you are experiencing disappointment, if you have been experiencing failures, mistakes, things don't seem to be working out for you the way that you want them to be working out for you. Spirit is saying these things are not working or they're falling apart because God has something better for you. So it's time for you to let go, whatever this is, and move on to greener, brighter pastures and new opportunities. God said blessings lie ahead, but only if you're willing to forgive, forget and leave behind all those things that aren't working for you, that you know will not work for you going forward. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And Spirit says it's insane for you to continue to look at a bad circumstance, continue to do the same thing, and hope to get a different outcome. Spirit says now is the time for you to use your failures and disappointments as a trampoline so that you can bounce and levitate into new opportunities by faith. So I will say you may have to risk it all and try something you've never tried before in order for you to see a different result. But whatever it is you're doing right now isn't working. So stop knocking your head against the wall and try a new entrance or a new way to break that wall down. Spirit also encourages to let go of whatever it is that you are holding on to that will not allow you to move forward. So if you can't move on in your life, because if you were to move on in your life, it would require you to let go of something. That is the thing you need to let go of. Any anchor, emotional burden that is holding you back right now needs to be surrendered so that you can propel yourself into greatness. Leo, your message from Spirit is Miss Ida. This is virtually the High Priestess. You need to follow your intuition. You have all the information you need. You have access to all the resources you need in order to make the decisions you need to make at this time. So you are being encouraged to take your time when making decisions. Make sure that you're making decisions that you feel strong about and that you're decisive in making your decisions, but also know that it's okay to wait until you feel strongly about acting before deciding. So don't let anyone push you to make a decision on something you don't feel strong about. I'm also receiving that it is important for you to follow your intuition, to allow yourself to be guided by your intuitive instinct. Okay. I'm also getting super important for you to tap into your spiritual connections, begin to build your spiritual connection or spiritual practice. I'm also receiving that if you feel like you have been thinking about getting a spiritual reading or wanting to get some spiritual insight on a problem or a challenge that you have, now could be a really good time for you to do that. I'm also receiving that you may be experiencing divine messages or signs or information being shared with you during your dream stage or cycle. So, Spirit is saying be mindful and pay close attention to intuitive, divine messages that may be uh, being shared with you at this time. Aries, the message coming from Spirit for you this week is the Six of Sticks. And so, what I'm receiving from this card is that this week is going to feel triumphant. There's going to be a lot of victory, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for success. You may experience some kind of promotion. Someone may speak about you in good ways, or many people may speak of your name in good ways this week. I'm also getting and receiving that you can have success in endeavors that you take on this week. So this is a really, really triumphant, successful, victorious week for my Aries. Okay. I'm also getting that you may increase or up level in status. You may experience increase in sales this week. I'm just really getting that overall, this is a week for gratitude and a week for you to be thankful for all the blessings that you have received and all the blessings that are still to come.